and welcome back to another episode of Format Podcast. Got a pretty interesting show for you here today. We're gonna talk about LeBron James and and his brilliance in dealing with the media. That's exactly what it is, his brilliance in dealing with the media. But before we do that, you know what you got to do. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, and that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, go ahead, open up your audio podcast platform. Hit the search bar, type in the Format Podcast. We should come up. Go ahead and subscribe right there. If you enjoy the content, give us a like or a 5-star review. Make sure you share the content with other sports fans you know, friends, family, enemies, whoever it is that might want to hear a different voice. And when it comes to these sports stories, and if you do that, it'll help us rise in the algorithm, help us find more sports fans, help more sports fans find us. All right, let's get right to it. So LeBron James, many people have him as the greatest basketball player of all time. Okay, that's a lot of people's opinion, and maybe there's something to that. I don't think there's something to that, but he certainly has a resume for you to make an argument. Cool. LeBron James we know how tremendous his career was, but we also know that last night, him and the Lakers were swept in the Western Conference Finals by the Denver Nuggets. We know that LeBron James is 38 years old. How do we know that? Because we've heard it ad nauseum every time he did something this year. We heard, you've never seen a player play like this in year 20. You've never seen a player so great at age 38. We've also heard he's 38 years old. What do you want him to do? He's 38 years old. He can't do it like he used to. He's 38 years old. He can't carry a team the same way. He's 38 years old. He needs more help. Funny thing, when he was 28 years old, he needed more help. When he was 20 years old, he needed more help. But, you know, that's just going to be a staple of LeBron James and LeBron James's career, right? But anyway, he has had an all-time great career. He's an all-time great player. And one of the things that I have a lot of respect for, when I listen to players make a fool of themselves and put their feet in their mouth in front of the microphone, I look back and I say, for the vast majority of his career, for someone who's been in front of the microphone so often, LeBron James has very rarely flubbed and said the wrong thing. And why is that? Because whoever trained this guy in dealing with the media was on it from the very beginning, because he seems to have a grasp that not a lot of athletes have in terms of knowing exactly what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. And there's a lot of respect due for that, because, you know, though you say the wrong thing in front of the media, it can definitely get you jammed up, because you say the wrong thing, then more questions are coming. And if you don't answer those questions, it's left to speculation, and articles are going to be written and video clips are going to be floating around. And in the social media era, nothing ever goes away, nothing ever dies, right? Why am I bringing all this up? Because LeBron James made some very interesting commentary last night in his press session after losing that game and his season being over, in regards to his future. Comments we've never heard before. So let's go ahead, listen to that. We'll be right back to talk about it.
But we'll see what happens going forward. And I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, got a lot to think about.
So LeBron James, as you heard, kind of when asked about his future, was not committal about returning to the Los Angeles Lakers next season. So, of course, as he knew it would, that started a huge buzz, and it's been a major topic of discussion all day today on all the major sports media talking shows, and I'm sure there'll be articles ad nauseum written about it, and I'm sure this will be a point of discussion throughout the entire summer. And why is that an issue? Because clearly LeBron James, as media savvy as he is, knew that would be the case, and that's what he wanted, because he does not like to be out of the limelight. He loves the attention to be on him continually, and so he's non-committal about whether or not he'll come back. Now, here's my take on this. LeBron James is not going to retire, and he's not going to retire for a few reasons. Number one, he's still got a couple years left, and even though he's a billionaire, he's not leaving $100 million on the table. He's not doing that. That's one. Number two, he's made it quite clear over the last few years that his goal is to play in the league with his son Bronny, if his son Bronny wants that. So wherever LeBron James Jr. ends up, if he decides that he wants to play with his dad, LeBron will make it his business to get there. And I'm sure just about every team in the league would love to have that as an attraction, even if it doesn't lead to championships, for the money that it'll bring in filling seats and selling merchandise, right? So there's that. finally, I think the biggest one is this. LeBron just saw himself get swept in the conference finals. I'm thinking that's the first time he's ever been swept in the conference finals, right? And he doesn't like that feeling. He doesn't like the feeling of knowing that the attention is now going to be gone from him and his team for the duration of the summer. Well, it should be, but it won't be because they're the Lakers and he's him. But that a lot of the attention is going to fade off of him. So what? He makes this statement and he's going to have people chasing him, asking him questions. He's going to have people reaching out for interviews with him and his team all summer long. The sports media is going to be discussing this major topic all summer long. Now, some people are saying that he was just, it was I guess a raw and open wound coming off the loss and being swept in the conference finals and him being legitimately not sure of what he's going to do. The fact that for the first time in his career this offseason, he's going to have a major surgery and he's not sure whether or not he wants to put the work into rehabbing to come back from that, to be able to play at a high level. Maybe he's concerned about, with the high level that he's maintained for a 20-year career, finally succumbing to father time and then playing at a level that he doesn't feel that is up to his standards. So there's a number of reasons, but my own personal reason is he loves the attention too much and he wants everyone talking about him all summer. That's my biggest thought on why he would make that comment. And as much as LeBron James has been brilliant in manipulating the game of basketball, in terms of trying to manipulate the competition by stacking teams, etc. I've talked about that ad nauseum. He's also been absolutely brilliant in manipulating the media, because as I keep saying, we've never seen a player so worshipped by fans and media as LeBron James. We've never seen a player like LeBron James who has all their faults and their failures explained away and blamed on someone else. Right? Every time things don't go well. Like I said, there's only one time I can really recollect in this guy's career that he truly got the blame for his team's failure, and that was after the 2011 finals. And again, that was rightly so, but it's always someone else's fault. Like if you go and you check out podcasts of other shows today that are talking the NBA Western Conference playoffs, you're going to hear about how Anthony Davis failed them and how this happened and that happened and he doesn't have enough help. Like he's never had enough help, always, right? And you'll hear the blame going around and none of it's going to be on him. Why? Because he's 38 years old, right? He's 38 years old. What'd you expect from him? But when you were acting like he came from Krypton, had an S on his chest and a cape on his back when he was chasing and then breaking the all-time scoring record, 38 years old, it wasn't a negative. It was a positive. It was something amazing. So again, had it both ways, but yeah, this was just another brilliant media manipulation. So what I want to hear from you is, why do you think that LeBron made the statement about not being sure about what his future holds in the game of basketball? Do you think he's seriously considering retirement? And if he does, do you think it would be good or bad for the NBA? Go ahead, leave those comments in the comment section. Can't wait to hear from him, respond to him. And I'll be back next episode. And I'm out. Peace.